there's a large credit on your roof.
Yes, there is. And we are going to greet them all. Maybe like peck their cheeks, I don't know. Wow, just look at that. This is just the peak kind of day to go there.
Remember, don't selfie stick here if you're willing to use it.
Much appreciated, thanks. Alright, so apparently this is the route that takes us to the castle. We've got the tickets at the ready. Let's go!
Sorry, tripped on the stairs.
Yeah, there's. Oh gosh, the floor seems to be of some kind of an
He
uneven
was the guy who was at Ormond Castle. Remember we went and visited?
Alright.
We need to get moving. Alan Deward, Andrew D. Murray, Donald of the Isles, Sir John Grant. My dear John Grant, welcome to Urquhart Castle. Caroline. No, not the Neil Gaiman version. And the Jacobite soldiers. Alright. Book signing. Oh. Oh wow. Film theater. Wow.
Is there anything you want, Clark?
There's a Loch Ness dragon.
Allora, la Patrizia la conosco perché abitavo di fronte alla chiesa. Sono quelli.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's one thing to see it passing by in a car, it's another thing to see it up close like this.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it looks like there's a wee display down there.
Aye. To think that even the overgrown ivy and grass tells a story about how long it's been here. Huh. Hayao Miyazaki would approve of what I just said there. The famous castle of Urquhart.
Looks like they have a wee performance going on there.
All right. Some kind of historical performance. What kind of performance? Like a historical event or a jester show of the time?
Doing their sea guess.
All right, let's exploit.
A co, a proč, a kdo, a jak. A jako, a fungujte v takovéhle zemi, organizujte tady, plánujte něco. No, to jo, ale taky bych potřeboval prášky na hlavu. Jako, no, teda by měli platit, jako.
Wow, wait. There's the Urquhart Castle itself. Oh, wow. Curious adventure stuff. That's what I'm saying. People going in and out of places. Well, okay, to be fair, first of all, it was some circular tunnel thing that I'd be curious to visit. That I'm noticing from the distance. Then I'm noticing other places you can go in and out of. Now, what's this? A trebuchet. Yeah. Wow, you can literally like sail on a boat just to here.
Yeah, I know it's a dope there, yeah.
I wonder if there's people who have dinghies who like do it very casually. I mean,
A story about that.
oh really? Do tell.
A couple of years ago, my grandfather and I, and his friend and his partner, were sailing up the canal. Of course, passing through the Loch Ness, and it was the other guy's boat had an issue with the hatch; it wouldn't shut,
Oh,
and it really needed to be shut because I think it was the conditions of the water. Anyway, we actually had to dock on there,
oh wow,
and a lady came down and started shouting.
oh wow.
He wasn't too happy,
But
we weren't there for long. We were only there for about 5 or 10 minutes.
And
So
you live to tell the tale.
Yeah, well, I ran over, explained our situation, assured her we'd be out the way in a few minutes, which we were, so they weren't too they were too angry.
Quite the adventurous story. Something about this place is encouraging adventurous stories.
If it's the holes are in the castle, and that's not naturally the case.
Quite right. Quite right. I've noticed that down there there's people in historical outfits, probably giving some kind of lecture on the place, I would imagine. Don't even notice, like, just there's people in historical costumes talking away. Anyway. Oh, lad. Oh wow, there's even the ducks want to visit here. Except birds come in here for free. We had to pay up. The birds are missing out on giving to the charity of keeping this place up, mind you.
Similar case to the Highland Games, eh?
Just like the Highland Games, yeah. They shall not. They shall not pass! Thank you, Gandalf, for the lecture. Right. A crossbow could fire a bolt like this through plate armor. Holy moly, that's fierce. Found at Urquhart. They found a shovel at Urquhart?
Yeah.
There's the guard room. Alex is going in and might as well too. Oh wow, it goes up and up. Oh, that's a prison cell.
You're already seeing the advantages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not walk up there when you just...
Yeah, just stretch the selfie stick. Why bother carrying up the stairs? This place was renovated in the year 2000. Anyway, excuse us, sorry. Like, that must have been some ancient fireplace. Or some storage place of some kind. Let's see the plant life. Okay, too late. Just outside Urquhart's defences was the castle. That's an interesting way of pronouncing.
Castle Toon.
Toon, right? What's a toon?
Scots word for town, I think.
Oh, right.
I think I remember hearing in history class that a toon was a very, very small village, but I could be wrong there.
Alright.
That's a long time ago.
Industrial estate. It would have rung with pounding hammers and rasping bellows in an atmosphere thick with the stench of leather tanning and metalworking. There are no visible traces today, but archaeologists have found buried evidence of extensive light industry here. Light industry? You mean the light and magic industry by George Lucas? As hard as nails. Excavations in the castle town. Tooten. The older 20-metre long wooden workshop inside iron and bronze were smelted. 1200s and 1500s. The laird is Urquhart, of course, being the Scots word for lord. In 1509, I love this thing. 1509, James IV permitted the new land of Urquhart to plant an orchard outside the castle. Medieval crab apples, pips have been identified nearby. Alright. They found all this stuff and a shovel at Urquhart. And there's a duck. What's over here? I'm having way too much fun with this thing. Ah, there's the oval thing I saw earlier. No, not the oval thing.
That'll be a good spot to poke the soap stick.
Yeah. Oh. No. A latrine. Wow, people used to poo there. The keeper's lodging. This is a private chamber of the keeper of the Urquhart, the most important man of the castle in the absence of its lord. Keeper, like a steward, right? Responsibilities range from commissioning and overseeing building work to organising defences. One of the earliest record keepers of Urquhart was William Fitzwarren, who was installed by the English after. Yeah, that's not a very Scottish name, is it? Fitzwarren. It sounds German, right?
Yeah, possibly. I think some Germans must have emigrated to Scotland.
Yeah, that would make sense. That makes sense. All mod coins. The keeper has its own toilet, a rare luxury reserved only for the powerfully emptied outside the castle walls. Good grief! Right, so like all the other lower class people had to pee and poo elsewhere. But I suppose they got nature to do it in, and they did that quite a lot.
Yeah, well, needless to say, saying that, I don't think it was as frowned upon back then in that to sort of do in the bushes that burn that as compared to nowadays.
True.
I don't know even in the bushes.
Oh, quite. Ah, look, there's a little pipe thing. I wonder what's in the pipe. All kinds of fantastic stuff you can find in there. Oh, look, let's take a look at the plant life. Such fascinating plant life. Never before seen details of Urquhart Castle. You think those trendy people on TikTok could do all that? No, this is nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
With the selfie stick. Also, I called this an oval place, but it's clearly not an oval. What do you call that kind of shape again? The
Oval. I don't know. Circular?
Circular. Yeah, we'll just call it circular. My bad.
Well, in some ways you're kind of at an advantage in that because like they don't allow sort of people having drones here and that. So this is kind of like this the next greatest thing really.
Aye. Excuse us. What's in the hole? Alright, where did Alex go? Once again, Alex has gone missing. Okay, might as well take a closer look at the prison cell. Oh, good grief. Huh. There's a man there. There is a very bearded man. Hello. We wish you well, hugs and kisses, so on and so forth. Excuse us. Alright, time to play the game of where did Alex go? That seems to be a common habit with us. Alex seems to wander off somewhere.
Yeah, maybe we need to wear a red striped shirt and hat and wear good glasses.
Aye. Locally sourced produce.
You didn't get the reference, did it?
Googly. What was the reference? Sorry.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. or Wally, as we call it here. Yes. Help meet the challenge of feeding Urquhart. This room was converted to a corn drying kiln. Oh yeah. Yeah, the corn drying, and then it would have been dispensed up there. Very clever stuff. No touchy. She said touchy. Stables, or well, what's left of them anyway. Yeah, people just casually tossing stones on the beach. I mean, you'd have to get the flat ones in order to get it to work, but still, the fact you can even do that here. A water gate. The gate links Urquhart to the outside world. Oh, wow.
Imagine the Scott having a fuss over someone.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Stones in water and just like right, that's feet. Right, that's feet, throwing stones you chucked in it. That's enough.
Alright.
Okay, here.
I found Alex. Okay. Should we go to where Alex is, or should we might as well go to where Alex is. Oh wait, he's coming to us. Probably would have met up later anyway, but you know, we don't want to lose an Alex.
He's a grown boy. He can find his own way.
He can find his own way. He can find his own way. Alright. One half of the animal bones found in an archaeological excavation in this area were from cows. I say cows are fairly sturdy creatures that way. Until the mid-1700s, cattle rustling was common between rival Highland clans. Glen Urquhart's herds were raided many times. Oh, good grief.
I do wonder back then that they did like the whole practice of like watering down their alcohol and that to have a sort of safe substitute to water. Because I remember when I worked at Calum Battlefield and that, I remember hearing about how soldiers they didn't actually drink water and that because there was no way to make water safe to drink in that. So what they did instead in that is that they boiled alcohol down to a point in that where like there was literally no alcohol in that and in the actual drink itself in that. So you know, so you can drink it without, you know, being intoxicated.
All right.
Apparently it tastes horrible, but you know,
better than dying of cholera or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have happened less in Scotland, right? Because Scotland in the north and other places in the northern hemisphere tend to have some of the purest water ever, right? Or yeah, you can still get contaminated. Yeah, true. Yeah. Alright, hearing these soothing sounds of water, I'm going to show you how to skim. You know how to swim, I'll show you how to skim. Alright, what we need is a good flat stone.
Do you want me to hold your camera?
Oh yeah, sure, please. Hold it there. Right, we need to find a flat stone somewhere, so... let's see. Something ideally like this.
Get another one.
Aha. There we go. Anything that's got quite flat will usually work well. Basically hold it like this and then you just skim it. Right. Get ready for mastery. Round two. Sounds pretty solid. That's how you skim a stone. Thanks, so this. You got right into my face.
Okay, so you
want to dip your feet into the water there? Oh, you're going to give it a go, right? The aim is to hold the edge.
I've done it, don't worry.
Okay, you've done it before. Okay, right.
But how well can it work with this?
All right.
Yeah, that's how well.
I was gonna say.
Feel somewhere flat.
You hold like the edge of the cord. I don't think you even put your thumb over it. You just hold the edge of it and then just sort of flick it. That's the way I've been taught to do it. I usually did skimming a lot with my dad or whoever else was nearby, but mainly the dad. Let's see if I can find you one. Okay, good. You'd be surprised at how you can make fairly chunky stones work as long as they have a sort of roughly flat-ish kind of essence to them. Flat essence?
This one might be a wee bit.
Yeah, that could work. That could work. Oh, it did! Nice! See? You'd be surprised at how the chunky stones can do that sometimes. Gives more credibility to that one scene in Ice Age 2 where Manny the Mammoth falls around the waterfall at such velocity that he eventually skims across the water. No, that one's a bit too hard to get.
Maybe.
Trying to find a flat stone for you to practice. I suppose something like this could possibly work. No, I think this one will probably do this end. Ah, wait. Like that. That could work, probably. Right. No, I think these will work if you want to give it a go.
Okay.
All right. And the plane just happens to pass on by. I'd recommend like pulling it along the ledge like that if possible. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Flick it. Oh, reverse. That's a bit too much of height. You have to like chuck it sideways. It's not really an overhead kind of thing. It's more of a chuck it below. Try going a below throw, as if you're tossing something. It comes with practice.
I can only go high.
All right. Let's see. Maybe like you're passing. Like you're bowling, yeah. It's similar to when you're bowling. That's, I think that'd be a good comparison. That was not ideal, but yeah, that'll come with practice. We got to see more of the castle then. What the heck? Yep, that looks like they're having fun, all right. Anyway, moving on. And would you look at that? We've lost Alex again. Here, Alex. Here, Alexander.
Here we need to sort of tempt to make it for, with dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Here, Alexander.
Right, just get like a pack of those and just shake it and just.
There he is. He's up there. Cooey. Stonework was also robbed, leaving little to help scholars determine how its buildings were used. This is exactly why we need to keep places like this maintained. Right. What's this? The Urquhart. This beehive-shaped home for pigeons provided fresh meat and eggs during the harsh winter months. But wouldn't the pigeons just feast on them? I suppose they keep them behind cages, right? Or maybe they just keep them nearby to feed the birds. Tuppence a bag. I imagine this is a place where they have carrier pigeons, right? To give out messages, right?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yes. Okay, Alex was literally right next to me. Where did he? Oh, he's gone down there, right?
Imagine if he started using that to call reinforcements now in case the castle is under attack and they're sort of losing forces.
Yeah, true. Great Hall. Oh wow. I've been to several great halls. There's one like this in Stirling Castle.
Most castles had them.
Yeah. Some of the most powerful figures in northern Scotland dined in the Great Hall. In 1342, Sir Robert Lauder, Urquhart's keeper, entertained William, Earl of Ross, and the bishops of Murray and Ross, among others. Nice. Lavish banquets with music, dancing, and storytelling were staged in the building before you. Which building? The remains of that one, or?
I imagine so. It kind of like looks closer to the dimensions of the one that we're seeing on this plaque here.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Right. I assume it means must be this place, right? Maybe not. Maybe so. Or maybe it was this place we're standing on it, maybe. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, one of the signs was right. It's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle to figure out. Maybe it was this area. If so, that wouldn't make for a decent view. Ah, yes, that's a chapel, all right. Hi, sir.
Hello, how are you?
And thanks. Must be quite a privilege to sustain a place like this.
Well, that's you guys. We've got to thank for that. It's not cheap to get in, right? But
no.
There's no money made per se. Every single penny goes back into maintaining this place, the other buildings that Historic Environment Scotland look after. So we're actually the ones saying thank you to you guys, and yeah, it's a privilege to work here for sure.
Well, you count every blessing. There's plenty of them today. Huh?
Yeah, it's fantastic, especially on a day like today for sure. When I sort of arrived this morning at 8:30, and you're just up here on your own, it's just wonderful.
I was just curious, like I noticed that the colour of your shirt and that's the same kind of colour teal, because I used to actually work at Fort George. I also worked at Calum Battlefield in Fort George, and I think...
Did you?
Yeah.
Fort George I was in the army for a long time.
Really?
Fort George was my first ever posting when I joined the army.
Oh,
in
wow.
1991, that was where I lived, yeah. But it's the same group, it's Historic Environment Scotland, do Fort George as well. So I
Yeah.
presume they'll.
Yeah. Like I can't remember if it was Calum Battlefield or if it was Fort George that it had the same kind of sort of teal colour of shirt
It
in
would
it.
definitely be Fort George. I should know this, but I don't. I'm not sure if Culloden is also. I think Culloden might be Historic Environment Scotland as
I
well.
believe
I'm not
so, yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it would be both places
Yeah.
would be the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd sort of like share the same sort of universal colour
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
Represent
Yeah.
associates.
What did you do at Fort George?
At Fort George, I was at the Historic Society.
Yeah.
I was like the guy at the front desk and that just sort of greeted the guests. And
Oh,
that.
cool. Yeah.
I only stayed there. I only sort of worked there briefly for a few months. And that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Oh, I kind of feel like I wish I knew more about the place and that because like. Because my knowledge of Scottish history and that wasn't as great compared to the other stuff there, but I did enjoy working there.
Yeah. I've always been absolutely fascinated by history, but I must admit, more kind of slightly more modern history.
Yeah.
And so I've had to really kind of learn my Scottish history for this job, and it's been fascinating. Actually.
Absolutely.
Really fascinating.
I'm actually quite the same in that because my knowledge really only extends to sort of like firearms. So
Okay.
and so like I'm more sort of familiar. So like in terms of anything else sort of related to Scottish history and that, I kind of sort of struggle a wee bit, except from what I hear here and there. And that's like I think when I worked at Calum Battlefield, it really sort of helped me in that in terms of like sort of like figuring out like like how Jacobite sort of soldiers like lived and sort of fought as it were in that, because the booth that I sort of manned there and that was like the sort of the display table and that, which had all the items that the Jacobite soldiers might have carried on them and that. And it kind of sort of really helped me sort of like figure out like how these people sort of like how they sort of lived in that when they're not fighting each other and that.
Yeah. It is. It's so interesting. Living in because we lived in Fort George, that was quite funny as well. Like we'd be sat at our lunch, and you'd get American tourists come in and they thought it was the restaurant and what have you.
I remember it was a bit of a headache trying to dress them to the toilets, and because we had to sort of say like no, the toilets aren't in the museum, and that you have to go round the back of the building in order to get in.
Oh dear.
Guys, if you've any questions at all, just give me a shout.
Will do, Martin. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Keep up the place.
Enjoy your visit. Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. Oh, an excellent man. All right, let's see what this tower block has to offer. So this is the Grant Tower. The tower was built sometime after King James IV gave Urquhart to John Grant of Fruchy, thank you, in 1509. It was a reward for supporting the monarch in his struggle against the MacDonald Lord of the Isles. Ah yes, the notorious MacDonald's incident of the landlords that have happened even as far as to the Hebrides. My family can account for that. The king's gift, along with Urquhart, Grant was given an extensive estate. In return, the laird had to restore order to the area, repair the castle. Also had to provide the king with 15 horsemen in times of war.
That over there, that over there, that it doesn't look too dissimilar to Dunrobin Castle. What do you think?
Castle Grant, formerly Castle Fruchy.
Not nearly.
Well, I think it's just more the position of because that boat on that of Dunrobin, that where it's like from the gardens and that
the angles of the building itself.
Wow, look at this. Okay, that can't have been carved by the tourists, right?
Beats me.
I mean, maybe it's the Latin terms, or maybe people genuinely carving. I don't know. It's just interesting that it's there. noticed there's some carvings here too. There's initials. Maybe people like gave the building initials, but often if you see common patterns with like tally marks and then D's and C's and the M's, that's usually Roman numeral counting. Or and V's and stuff like that. Alright, we're heading down. Oh, gotta put my sunglasses. No, don't put the sunglasses on, that makes it too dark. Oh, dust.
Certainly quite breezy down here.
Yep, that it is. Oh, good grief, it's a bit. Oh, good grief, that step's a bit of a hanky-panky to step on. Alright, probably requires 2 hands.
Certainly not the kind of stairs you want to go down in that when you want to get a glass of water in the middle of the night.
Quite! Alright, what's this place? Alright. Shielded from the elements. It had also been known to rain at Urquhart. These stones, saddles and troughs came from the top of the Grand Tower, where they helped protect the masonry from the eroding effects of the Highland climate. Yeah, get the excess rain off. Ah yes, the grindstone. Yeah, gotta love those. Other building blocks, castle carvings. Alright. Oh, that's good timing. We just seen a boat right here.
If you wave to them, they'll wave back.
Hi!
They wave back.
Hi! No, I don't think they see us. Hey!
I think they spotted us, but I'm not sure if they...
Maybe they're
They
gonna.
wave to me.
I think they're raising their phones. No, I don't think they're paying attention to it. Oh wait, I see a wave. Worth it, worth it. All right, what a spectacular view. We're gonna have to go up the stairs again. But first,
Not unless you want to scale the walls.
not unless we want to go through this pee hole. Right. Grindstones and troughs and stuff like that. Wow, look, this, look. They had smoke alarm systems. How did they build that technology so early on? They must have got the extreme redstone from Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe they did an exchange with the aliens or for some berries or something like that.
Whoa! Aliens confirmed. Go. Okay, anyone else coming down? We're coming up. Alex is giving me Hobbit vibes. Right. Wow, it's actually
You're
old.
gonna get like 1,000 more subscribers.
Oh yeah. Wow, it was significantly easier to go up those stairs. Right, up the cheesecake stairs. Must have just tolerated it back in the day. The top of the tower is currently closed for safety reasons. Right.
Well, either they tolerated it or they just didn't go upstairs.
Fair enough. Oh, they've got these all kinds of carvings here. 1858. Must have been different people who helped to sort out the place. I noticed there was even a carving in a sort of Times Roman kind of font. Bards, bagpipes, and board games. Ooh, board games, nice. Board games like chess, merrills, and taffel. Would that be a reference to Nefertafel, the Netherlands game that got transitioned to here? That's a pretty fun one, which is played between 2 uneven sides. Were popular. Shinty, traditional Highland team sport, called Cumanach in Gaelic. I preferred hockey. Maybe I should get into Shinty. Music and poetry were central to medieval Gaelic culture. The harp and clarsach would have been a familiar sound, while the bagpipes became more widely heard. From the 1500s, Donald the Piper worked for the Grants. In 1624, John Grant was known as the Red Bard, and Bard Red or however that's pronounced, sorry, in Gaelic, due to his prowess as a poet. So gaming pieces, and then there's the replica of 15th century harp. That's immense. It's amazing what you can learn here. Now what's in this room here? My, what a fascinating room to see. Never before seen footage. I love this thing. Oh, what's up here?
Oh, looks like we're not the only ones. So a fellow selfie and sort a fellow selfie and sort of like down there with his self-stick.
We have a competitor. Competition will make the best of us. Alright.
Who are you waving to?
People.
Those guys down there on the bench. Just staring at us.
Private chamber. So this was a private chamber. All in the family. Grants were based in Strathspey, southeast of Inverness. With Urquhart, they took over an estate racked by clan feuds. Alright. Raiding and lawlessness. Family consolidated the castle around this tower after the final MacDonald attack in 1545. Parapets and turrets rather. Parapets and trumpets. Imagine if they were trumpets. Parapets and turrets were added by Sir John Murray, Scotland's most important architect in the early 1600s. Good amount. Good job, Bert.
But yeah, at least for us.
My father did an evil thing, keeping me from marrying you. Love the lad. Lord's daughter Mary Grant is said to have composed a defiant love song after her father held the barn castle. Oh wow! Happy hunting ground. Urquhart's estate, with its tree-covered hills, were renowned for hunting. The passion of the nobility, lords and even monarchs, chased deer through the forest here. Venison was eaten at feasts and festivities, and almost 10% of the animal bones found at Urquhart came from deer. Sounds like my kind of party. I adore venison. Yeah. It literally says they hunted down venison here. It's just the best possible red meat you can find. It's high in vitamins, low in fats.
If you time traveled back down to the medieval,
I would feast away at that kind of thing. Yeah.
Would you literally invent the venison burger?
Yeah, pretty much. Just find like the local seeded bread if they have any. Just combine it with some onions. Yeah, just invent the. That'd be great. Oh man. The last resident of Urquhart was Lady Mary Grant, mother of James, the 7th Laird. After she quit her home, she supposedly after being chased out by an armed band that ransacked the castle in 1644, she described the locals as Knaves?
I think it means knaves.
Knaves, right. Once abandoned, Urquhart rapidly deteriorated. The south wall of the tower collapsed during a storm in 1715. Oh, wow. And in 1912, the castle passed into state care.
Hey, there's a boat come nearby.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we just went from a very tragic end to, oh look, there's a boat. Hello! They're waving back, yes! We did it once again. It's like that one Waterboy song, wave at someone and they might wave back.
Looks like somewhere needs to climb up.
There's the gun holes that was mentioned earlier. And that's a fairly exposed room. Let's take a look inside.
Actually, up under it says here that's closed off for safety reasons.
Yeah, I already read that. That's why, well, I suppose if it leads up to here, I can see why.
It says here again, bagpipes were more widely heard in the 1500s.
Such fascinating things, eh?
I have heard that pipes were first recorded in Scotland from about 1400.
Alright.
It's 100 years early.
Things you learn.
Look at that. G. Tour. 1888. Something Campbell, Plummer, Nairn. We've got this.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this in other places where you get the local tradesmen. One from 1879. Is that 1806?
Oh yeah. Or is that 1896?
Maybe 96.
What you were saying earlier, I wonder if it might be like a county kind of thing that, you know, maybe some areas weren't introduced to bagpipes and that compared to others and that until much later on.
Oh yeah, we came up that way, right? And it's all come full circle. Now what's out hither? No, I'm not gonna do that. And what's up here? Oh wait, I think I missed a web. What's up here, perhaps? And what's up here? The new kitchen. Huh, that looks like an interesting cooking technique. I think people still do that kind of thing, right? Slow cooker. A cauldron could cook different foods together, such as beef, poultry, eggs, bean and cereal puddings, and wrapped cuts of bacon at the bottom. A cauldron leg was found in the castle and is displayed in the visitor centre.
I suppose you're quite right, it's a slow cooker.
Ah, yeah, people still use slow cookers.
Obviously not as rudimentally as something like that nowadays.
I think there's people who still like cook stuff like, I don't know, like dumplings and other things like that with in the boiling water.
Yeah.
You know, that is a very fascinating way to do it. Like you keep like the meat and something like that in a jar, and then you can cook the rest in sacks. That's a very interesting way of approaching it, actually.
Yeah.
And I suppose if you're worried about hygiene, well, it's gonna get cooked anyway.
Can't even imagine how much one slow cooker would have costed back then. You know, concerned the amount of concerned amount of metal that you need in that in order to build that kind of thing.
That's true, very true. And once again, we are playing a game of where on earth is Alex? There he is, right. Let's go up there. Or around there, I guess. The room was alive with the sounds of kitchen. Right.
Is there, so like down
That's
that
the
way,
second reference
where the turn to?
to Julie Andrews I made in this video. Fish still thrive in Loch Ness, but excavated bones suggest Urquhart's wealthy inhabitants preferred North Sea cod and haddock to locally caught salmon and trout. Maybe they taste different, but I like salmon. My preferred taste of fish is salmon. I literally had salmon sandwiches before coming here. Discovering over the kitchen rubbish. Citadel gives a glimpse of Urquhart's rich menu. Venison, beef, oh yeah. Dishes of oats, barley, hazelnuts, crab apples, raspberries were found just beyond the castle walls. Side of a deer of high grace frostide. Fatty venison. Great Ray. trade. McDonald's. Right. This place is going to make you think twice about having a takeaway from McDonald's. But then again, McDonald's was founded in America, not necessarily. Let's see what's over here. I wonder what's beyond here. Nice. So that's what's beyond that one. And let's see what's beyond here. Let's take a closer look up at those three little things there. How deeply fascinating. That's right. All right. Oh wow, look at that. That little bit there is just meant for the end of the surface. Wow, look at that. I love this thing. I won't be able to climb it, but I can do this. Wow, look at that over there. Some nice purple flowers there. Violets. Just another motorboat over there. Alright, let's see what up here has to offer. Fellas, look at this nice flag. Why don't we take a closer look at the flag, Lewis? Let's take a closer look. Wow, you'll never get up close to the flag on top of the pole. How did I do that? How did it reach so? You'll never get that kind of close-up shot of the flag again.
The legs magically grew twice the size.
It's like in Smiling Friends where you have those occasional shots where their hands disproportionately go towards the screen. Like a peanut chick of your own. Or with Nip the Hobbit, one scene where he points at Charlie and goes, "It's you!" and his hand is like right in his face.
Yeah.
The castle became a major stronghold that changed hands several times during the Wars of Independence. Obviously not as big a stronghold as Fort George.
Yeah. Well, I suppose they never been under attack before.
Well, Fort George has seen some attacks, right? No. Really? Huh. And this place has evidently been under attack from the MacDonald's clan, the lawless people, and then some. Wow, look at the yachts. King Edward I of Scotland's coin and King John Balliol, if that's how you...
Balliol.
Balliol, thank you, of Scotland, right. That was his impression. Yeah. Pronunciation can be a bit tricky here. Right. Oldest part of the castle, perhaps built in the 1220s by the Durwood family. The citadel stone walls may have sat on earlier Pictish fortifications. All right. So there's a foundation here right from the start. Surrendered to the English in 1296 when the vast army of King Edward I swept through the country. Soon back in Scottish hands, it became renowned as a stronghold that the invaders could not capture by force. 1334, Urquhart was one of the few castles in Scotland that refused to surrender to the English army of King Edward III. It was commanded at the time of Sir Robert Lauder, who had escaped the crushing Scottish defeat at the Battle of Halidon Hill the previous year. Later legend claims Urquhart was besieged by the English in 1303 when its heroic constable died, leading a desperate attack on the enemy. The castle did change hands that year, but there is no contemporary evidence for such a siege. 1308, the army of King Robert the Bruce recaptured Urquhart around the time of William Wallace. Alright. And above here, a replica of a knight's jug with a fragment of the original decorated medieval tableware that was discarded here. Oh, the material here for that must have been quite something to behold if the material is as it's depicted. Oh wow, look at that. There's this the kind of stuff that we can't eat. Oh wow, exotic daisies. Oh wow.
It's out on an island in the loch. Apparently, the first actually stayed there for about a month.
Where's that here?
That's, if I remember rightly, it's Strathspey over from Wales. Not that far away. An hour or two. It's not open like this. It's sort of thing you would have to paddleboard out to.
Yeah, because it's a sort of big.
I don't even see anything. No, it's just something you either see from the shore. I don't know if you're allowed into the island or what.
Right.
You could certainly.
Perhaps it's something that daring historians could do, to venture on a dinghy or a boat just to see it for themselves.
Yeah. Me and my friends, we went on a canoe trip.
And then there's just these lone stone beaches just there,
It was like,
overlooked, but must be fairly
yeah, the waves were like
adventurous to go to, just to see the view up close in a new way.
we were not prepared at all. This was like a camping slash.
How long you got?
Oh, let's see, it's just coming to 3 o'clock now. We've got about an hour to go.
I'd have to see the coast again.
Well, lead the way. Just whenever you're ready. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what you were talking about. Ah yes, the view from the coaster that I purchased at yesterday's Island Games event. Right. Yes, it would be around here, yes. Yes, it would be back the way we came, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, I see what you mean. The ducks are still there.
I shall feed you to the ducks.
Feed Michael. Oh, right. I'll feed you to the ducks. So literally just around about this area here. So you see, yes, I see the view. Yeah. Oh wow, it's so gorgeous now. You are here. All right, let's see what this place has to offer. We were there, and 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 there, everywhere all at once. There's another beach to just hang out in. Right, let's greet the historical couple. Reinhardt.
No, I don't know.
Alright, there's the lion. Oh, that lion's more like a griffin, right?
Not sure.
Yeah, the creature that's part lion, part eagle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Griffin.
Just the way the feet and the claws are kind of formed.
I think it's supposed to be a lion.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is. A lion's are quite chunkier than the one depicted there, but the way it's drawn, like the way the claws are more like just more talon-like.
Yeah.
Shape. It seems to just look like a griffin to me. Thank you for your visit. Time for a swim. Watch and learn. No. To think if someone fired that trebuchet, it could risk further damage to the property there. Either that, or it could just go right over it and land somewhere in the loch.
Yeah.
at that? Yeah, the duck. The duck's just casually just sitting by the people there. You hardly ever see that.
I think, like, it's surprised how chill dogs can be in that. Like particularly whenever I'm heading back from Dennis's and that, you often see like dogs like chilling on the pavement on the sides of the roads and that. Whenever people walk by and that.
They have got to be the most chill birds since seagulls. And then pigeons.
Yeah, I think birds that are in the city and that are more sort of relaxed around human beings and that, since obviously they have more interactions with them. But I suppose also with tourists. Well, I don't want to say tourist trap, but tourist destinations and that where they have a lot of interactions with human beings.
Yeah. Look at the size of this.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine having to work one of these things. This thing's massive.
The tributary in that well known for its influence on the well-regarded video game Angry Birds.
Yes. Except with in fact, there's a game that had involved a trebuchet, and then Rovio Studio, whatever the name of that company is, made Angry Birds. So, but instead of using a trebuchet, they made a catapult.
Yeah.
I remember playing the Angry Bird games a lot as a kid.
Yeah, well, so somewhat similar concept. Big device to chuck large objects into other large objects, etc.
Yeah. As amazing as this is, right now I can't stop thinking about that one time the Top Gear crew used a trebuchet to launch a car they didn't like. And then they accidentally wrecked someone's shed.
Yeah.
Am I your?
You thought we were done? Behold, more tourist stuff. Oh, there's a chance to know about your clans more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is incredible.
There's a screen up there which gives you like a countdown timer, and there'll be like a tannoy up. Do you mind if it's thank you very much.
Alright, so this is the hierarchy. You've got the Lord and the Lady. Social equals, kin, blood relations. Tenants. Now, remind me again, which of these people were allowed to go to the toilet, and which of them had to pee and poo outside?
Corroded iron. Over 100 arrowheads grouped together in clumps. Bundles of arrows crossing covers like this. Wow. They gathered their iron.
Just like in Minecraft. Oh man. I know someone in my family who collects antlers and then gives them to family members. I've got one. Oh wow! There's the vase that was seen earlier, or the jug, whatever you call it. There's a jug. Okay, it's a nice jug. Wow! Look at the material used to make that. It's a very precious kind of mold to it. Where do they get that material from? Looks like it. There's the heart. There's the klarsach.
This is what I was telling you about. You know, like one of the few one of the castle's few servants. She brewed ale for everyone in a time when people do not usually drink water.
Ah, right.
Because
Alewife. I see. Just being able to work together to this capacity. For a moment, I thought that said candles gone. Few books they had. Man, they must have really treasured what they read and wrote there. Man. Choir boys above received an education and could therefore hope for better prospects in adulthood. Wow. The church really was the moral foundation. I'm hearing Gaelic over there. Oh, wow! A hinged clasp protected the Bible. An actual Bible. Wow. Ooh, wow, letter. Oh, yeah, I've seen one of these before. That's from the king. Oh, the big seals. Like really big, chunky seals. Ah, yes. Feather, pen.
we're not talking about the ones that float at sea.
That's a seal of approval.
So they were Catholics here. Interesting.
So this is what it would have looked like in its prime.
The medieval games and you have the crossbow sort of down the course through the sun island, so like fireworks with one hand and I was firing it like multiple times like a rifle.
Given what we were told, some of this is speculative, but I think this is mostly accurate. Must be a lot of fun to design this. Oh, they even got the boat thing at the back. That's attention to detail. Right, so we started off around about there, walked inside, there were ducks there. It's just,
It was important to...
yeah, I always wanted to know that about the ducks, yeah. I noticed there was people who could walk along the path outside the wall and even walked around. I'd be curious to see that. And then, let's see, we made our way there. That was the path down to the water gate. You could literally walk around it now, but back then there was a wall you had to go through, and then if you wanted to skim stones and go on a boat, you had to go through that way. Right. So then we made our way up. We went to the pigeon place, that's right. There would have been more buildings there. And then up there where the flag was, there's that place. When we went leftwards, right, the chapel is speculated to be at the center there. The moral center, the centerpiece, makes sense, on top of the hill. And then, so we were looking at where the Great Hall was estimated to be. Right, it's just that in its prime, the building structure would have made it bigger and more uplifted. We would never be able to tell where it actually was based on its basic layout. As far as we're aware, the whole place has been knocked down to such a state where we might just very well see the Pictish formation that came before the castle.
Well, yeah, it's kind of almost been completely lost to time, at least for most of the structure of the castle itself.
Right. So then we made our way down that way to where the castle block was. Right. Okay, so that's what it probably would have looked like. Didn't some of the signs say that some of these positionings were speculative at best?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's not like they had like sort of map diagrams and that of like the entire layout of the castle back then.
Right.
Probably you just have to probably just know it by heart, or somehow like get like someone to like sort of give you a bit of a rough diagram of like how the castle is laid out.
Right.
I mean, who knows? There might actually might be diagrams that have been lost to time.
It says here, Urquhart Castle said might have looked around 1600, by which date the builders would have just completed the lofty tower house at the northern left end of the site. All right. There we found the teapot. Well, I'm going to remember this day I found the teapot. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats in the theatre for the short film on the history of Urquhart Castle.
Well, if Alex is in the queue, might as well. I love how you were literally like, let's get an Empire biscuit, but then you think, just after you're planning to purchase it, £4.50? No!
I worked too hard for it.
Alright. Goodbye, Urquhart Castle. Duly noted, we had to walk here, so if you're gonna come here when the car park is full, I highly recommend parking in Drumnadrochit and just taking this 43-minute footpath. It'll be worth it for the breeze and the trees. I've turned it to Dr. Seuss. pretty rare colour for island cattle. I mean, most of them are orange like that one. You don't often get to see one that's brown. It's pretty interesting to see.
Okay.
Blessings be with you, cow. Oh, yeah. Can I be with you and your friend there? Here we go. What a discovery!